When you hear the name Goldie Hawn, you think of laughter. You think of that bright, unmistakable giggle. You think of sunshine energy, sparkling eyes, and effortless charm. You think of the woman who made happiness look natural. But behind the light, behind the comedy, behind the Hollywood glow, there's a far more fragile story, and in many ways, a deeply tragic one. Goldie Hawn was born in 1945 in Washington, D.C., into a family that valued discipline and performance. Her mother owned a dance school. Her father was a musician. From the outside, it looked creative, artistic, almost magical. But childhood wasn't just applause and encouragement. From a very young age, she was placed in ballet classes, rehearsals, competitions. She learned that being loved often meant performing well, smiling, entertaining, impressing. She learned early that approval had conditions. That lesson stayed with her. As a teenager, Goldie struggled with insecurity. She didn't see herself as traditionally beautiful. She felt awkward, different, not glamorous enough for the world she dreamed of entering. When she moved to California and landed her breakout role on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, everything changed overnight. America fell in love instantly. The giggle, the golden hair, the comedic timing. But fame didn't feel like freedom. It felt overwhelming. She was suddenly labeled the dumb blonde, even though she was intelligent, thoughtful, and deeply introspective. People underestimated her. They reduced her to her laugh. Interviews focused on her personality instead of her mind. The tragedy wasn't that she failed. It was that she wasn't fully seen. At the height of her early fame, Goldie began suffering from severe anxiety and panic attacks. She has spoken openly about feeling terrified for no clear reason. There were mornings she didn't want to leave her house. Imagine being at the peak of success and feeling afraid of your own life. She once described looking in the mirror and not recognizing the person staring back. Fame had taken over her identity. The world expected her to be bubbly and glowing all the time, so she performed happiness, even when she didn't feel it. Love didn't come easy either. Her first marriage ended quietly. Her second marriage to musician Bill Hudson brought two beautiful children, Kate and Oliver, but that relationship also ended in divorce. And divorce in Hollywood is never just private. It becomes public conversation, custody tensions, media speculation, emotional strain. Perhaps one of the most painful chapters came later, when Kate and Oliver publicly distanced themselves from their biological father. The family fracture became a headline. Goldie carried the weight of that pain, even when it wasn't hers to carry alone. Then came Kurt Russell. They reunited in the early 1980s, and something finally felt stable, safe, steady. But even with love, Goldie carried fear. She had seen how marriage could unravel. She understood how quickly affection could turn into legal battles and bitterness. That is part of why she chose never to marry Kurt. Not because she didn't believe in commitment, but because she had seen what commitment looks like when it collapses.